Hello everyone, Professor GonGoon here, and for this video I put together a couple of clips from one of my jungle games, and I'm just going to explain my thought process throughout the game. Regardless of which role you're playing, you should go into every game with a game plan. While you're in Champion Select and while the game is loading, ask yourself, what do you want to accomplish this game, and how can you do it? One of the things I like to ask myself as a jungler is, if snowballed, which lane will pressure the map the hardest? And whichever lane I answer with is the lane that I focus on. Now if you take a look at my teammates, I have a Riven top lane going against Shyvana. Now I consider Riven to be one of the most snowbally champions in the game, because once she gets ahead, she's really hard to deal with. And for that reason, if I have a Riven on my team, whether she's top or mid, I always camp her lane. For this reason, I started at red buff, which is on the bottom side of the map, so I can do blue buff, which is on the top side of the map, hit level 3, and then immediately go to top lane after. This is a starting route for most junglers, so I expected Jarvan to do the same, which is why I sit back and let him gank first, which leaves them vulnerable to a counter gank. Now, so I W in, and we can probably get the kill on Shyvana, but she flashes away. And now Shyvana's going to play passively, and since Jarvan's here, we can't really get anything off of it, so there's no point in sticking around. So that brings our attention to bottom lane. Our bottom lane is Vayne and Janna against Caitlyn and Thresh. Caitlyn and Thresh are both lane dominators, whereas Vayne and Janna, you pick them more for the late game. Now Vayne is considered a hyper carry late game, and Janna provides some of the best utility later on in the game. So if I can, I want to try to get my bottom lane out of the laning phase as soon as possible. So I'm coming in for the gank, and Caitlyn's already at half health. So even with Thresh's utility, it should still be a free kill. And I'm going to pause the video right here. As you can see, Riven just solo killed Shyvana. And I would like to think that if I hadn't gone top and burned Shyvana's flash, Riven would not have gotten that kill. So while I didn't get a kill when I ganked, I did get a flash. And that allowed Riven to get a solo kill on Shyvana. Alright, so now I'm going to unpause the video, and you can watch as we murder Caitlyn. So I went back and purchased a few items. And as I already mentioned, I want to camp top lane. But on my way there, Riven solo killed Shyvana, so there's no point in me being here. So I want to go back bottom lane, but since I have to pass through middle lane to get there, I may as well just gank and help Ziggs out. Now at this point you're probably wondering why I'm choosing to ignore middle lane, and there's a good reason for that. Remember when I asked the question, if snowballed, which lanes would pressure the map the hardest? I think Ziggs vs Nidalee is a matchup that Ziggs should already win pretty hard, especially pre-6. And even if I did snowball Ziggs, I don't think he would put as much pressure on the map as Riven would. So instead of helping him, I'd rather snowball top lane and help bottom lane. I see Nidalee going bottom, so I decide to follow, but I lag a bit behind so she doesn't gain vision of me. Bot lane is fighting, and if Nidalee hadn't shown up, Vayne would have killed them both without dying. But unfortunately, she does die. I managed to hit 6 from Caitlyn dying, and I'm able to take a point into my ultimate. Janna flashed off to keep Nidalee away from the tower, and with the help of Ziggs, we managed to kill her. Now the great thing about winning a fight on the bottom side of the map is that it usually means you can take Dragon for free. So now that I've ganked bottom lane and took Dragon, there's no point in me being on the bottom side of the map. Back to top we go. I get there right as Jarvan ganks, and me and Riven burst him down. Shyvana ults away, but it's okay, because we're pushing the minions her way. Now that the minions are under the tower, we can dive her easily. We get the kill and deny Shyvana the experience and gold for this entire wave, along with the next wave. If Riven wasn't far enough ahead then, she definitely is now. My job top is now done, which means I turn my attention once again to bottom lane. This time around, Thresh has the lane bushes warded, so my gank attempt fails, but I swing back around through the tri-bush in case their way isn't warded. Unfortunately, they have a ward in the river bush and are able to see me coming. Right now I'm thinking this lane is ungankable, so I rotate to my golems to clear those. But for some reason, Thresh wards tri-bush and stays to kill the pink ward even though he knows I'm nearby. We're able to get another kill for free, and because of this, we can take Dragon easily. And finally, now that both of my side lanes are ahead, I now head mid. I get there while they're duking it out and flash ult Nidalee. Ziggs ults her under the tower, and we're able to kill her. The main reason why I ganked mid is so we can take the tower, which will remove a safe place for them off the map, and will open their jungle up so we can pressure them even more. And honestly, at this point, for the most part this game is over. We would have to throw really hard in order to lose this game. So I'm just going to skip to the end of the game and let you take a look at the stats. Vayne ended the game 9-6-3, and Riven ended the game 8-2-3, with 80 more CS than Shyvana. So I would say my plan was pretty successful. Obviously, not every game will go exactly as you planned it out to be, and if you guys want, I can make a similar video where it doesn't. Or if you'd like to see how I plan the game out with a different team comp, I can also do that. Just let me know. All feedback and suggestions are appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. GonGoon signing out. Peace.